Do you want temporary relief or do you want real lasting relief? Welcome to the Daily Devo. I am Vince Miller. This week we are reading through 1 Samuel chapter 6. I've titled this chapter From Confusion to Clarity. So in chapter 6, the Philistines have had enough of the Ark of God. Since capturing the Ark 7 months ago, they have been tortured with the Black Plague and severe hemorrhoids. Next, they will devise a plan for how to send this box back. Since they know it's a divine box, they petition their pagan priests to devise the plan. And here's what they decide to do in chapter 6, verses 3 through 9. They said, "If you send away the ark of the God of Israel, do not send it empty, but by all means return him a guilt offering. Then you will be healed, and it will be known to you why his hand does not turn away from you." And they said, "What is a guilt offering that we shall return to him?" They answered, 5 golden tumors and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. For this same plague was on all of you and on your lords. So you must make images of your tumors and images of your mice that ravage the land and give glory to the God of Israel. Perhaps he will lighten his hand from off you and your gods and your land. Why should you harden your hearts as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts? After he had dealt severely with them, did they not send the people away and they departed? Now then, take and prepare a new cart and 2 milk cows on which there has never come a yoke, and yoke the cows to the cart, but take their calves home away from them, and take the ark of the Lord and place it on the cart. Put in a box at its side the figures of gold, which you are returning to him as a guilt offering. Then send it off and let it go its way, and watch. If it goes up to the way to its own land, to Beth-shemesh, then it is he who has done this great harm. But if not, then we shall know that it is not his hand that struck us. It happened to be by coincidence. It's kind of fascinating here, isn't it? How we behave in these moments here to put God to the test. But here is what is so fascinating about this moment. It's the way that the Philistines respond. While desperate, absolutely desperate for relief, all they want is immediate relief of God. They are tired of being tormented and even believe that maybe God is tormenting them. They want God to stop, yet they are still not ready to relinquish or submit their lives to God. They would prefer to rid themselves of God and his torment and return to life as it was without the ark, rather than submit their lives to him. This is how mankind tends to behave, isn't it? When we are desperate and things are out of control, we want to get them back under our control. But before you go and get too judgmental, let's turn the application of this text toward us, believers. When our lives are out of control, we may initially petition God. We may. But if we were honest, most of the petitions that we bring to God are attempts to regain the control that we feel we have lost. In behaving this way, we act pretty much like the Philistines do here. The Philistines, they just wanted to be relieved of God. And we, in these moments, really only want God's relief. One is self-centered and the other is self-righteous, yet both are selfish and sinful. What we want is very similar, even though it might have a religious appearance. We ask God for our will, assuming our will is his will, and thus miss the opportunity to submit our will to find that lasting relief that we really need. The Philistines weren't afraid to admit this because all they wanted was to be relieved of God, not submission to God and relief of God. So how about you? Are you desperate for relief today? If so, instead of seeking to regain control and pretending to pray God's will, why not just submit your will to God? Here's my prayer for you today. God, I need your relief right now. There are many things I could pray for in this moment. There are many ways you could provide relief. But instead of asking you to do my will in this situation, I submit my will to your will and ask you to do only your will until I fully surrender to all of it. Amen. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else, and I'll see you right back here again.